Welcome back from that short break. We are talking tariffs on EconoChat. Let's talk business with Mr. Daniel Steinman. And we have a point, balance of payments. You said before the break that you will give us more detail and give us the context of balance of payments.
Okay, when we talk about balance of payments, it means exactly what the word says. In whatever money comes into Namibia must be balanced by whatever money flows out of Namibia. If the balance is absent or if the imbalance becomes too stark, then it has an impact on the value of your currency. So if your balance of payment is weak, so it's in a deficit all the time, you're undermining your own currency. If your balance of payment is positive all the time, meaning that you are an exporting country, like Germany, for instance, then you have to watch that your currency does not get too strong. And the reason is, if your currency is too strong, it means that in US dollars, the international trade currency, your products becomes too expensive. So you're not competitive anymore. And that is a very, very fine balance. In our case, it is not so pronounced because we export a very limited range of fairly unsophisticated products. We don't add a lot of value locally. And the products where we do add a little bit of value, they're not really competitive in the regional sense. You know, we polish diamonds the last 10, 15 years, for instance. Before that, they were all exported raw unpolished. We add a little value, but it is minute. It is insignificant compared to the entire diamond trade the world over. The only thing is, for us, in a relatively small open economy, it is not that insignificant. So it makes an impact locally, but it doesn't make a dent of the slightest internationally. You know, if one diamond more or one diamond less goes either raw or polished from Namibia, it has basically zero impact on the rest of the diamond trade. Now, if you look at specifically balance of payments, let's take the example of Germany and the United States. Germany export a lot to the US because it's a large liquid market. People in the United States don't ask the question, can I afford the Beamer or the Benz? They simply go to the bank or to the dealer and finance the thing, because there's a lot of liquidity, you know. And you don't need to be able to pay the car off in the sense that we do. You just lease it for 3 or 4 years and then you let it go, and then it becomes the dealer's headache what to do with all the second-hand cars. But the opposite side of the coin is that the Ford F-150 is a very popular truck. Also in Europe, even in Germany, where they're not used to driving around in bakkies like we are. It's the exception, you know. It's either big trucks or sedan cars. But for those few Germans who like a bakkie, the F-150 is the bakkie of choice. But they export many more Benzes and Beamers to the United States than what the US export in terms of cars to the German market. So the capital account, that simply means the longer dated account on the balance of payments, is always positive for the German economy and always negative for the American economy. And this is what Mr. Trump said even before he entered office. During his election campaign, he said the fact that a very large part of the world benefits from the American market, but the American manufacturer does not benefit from exporting American products to the rest of the world, I'm going to fix it. And he started fixing it very aggressively.
Very much.
And he, the thing is, if they had it would have been tolerable if there was a specific policy or a target. But it became a yo-yo policy, up and down, up and down, up and down. So it actually became a bit ridiculous. But that is not the point. For us, that's a fight far removed from where we operate and where we live. For us, the important thing is the balance in the balance of payment concept needs to be restored. Otherwise, we will continue having this disruption in international trade, and then it becomes more than just academic or abstract, because it has an impact on the longer dated debt instruments in the American capital market. And the American government's debt instruments is their bonds, like the same that we do. And that has an impact on interest rates. And the moment you're talking interest rates, you and I have talked about this a lot, there's a local impact. Because it has an impact on the value of our currency, on the South African rand, and through the rand to the Namibia dollar. So restoring the balance in the balance of payments internationally, I think, is the most important thing for the next 2 or 3 years, because of its impact on interest rates, because of the impact on local interest rates, and because of the impact interest rates has on your spending ability.
Let's quickly go for another short break. We'll be back after these.